What's up, guys? MiddleAgedGamer here. We're still playing Transport Fever, trying to close out this European campaign fairly soon. We're going to go ahead and continue on. We were actually on the Economic Miracle mission. Let's go ahead and get into it.
The war is over, and West Germany is experiencing an unprecedented boom. A new, strong economic power is rising from the rubble and ruin. After many long years of austerity, suddenly there is everything. West Germany in the year
Go ahead and let this guy talk it out real quick
airline
before we get into it.
Planes, staff, and of course customers. They
Cheers
don't just
to my fans. Please hit the subscribe button below.
To the airport first.
Support T-Mag. It's a nice cold day here in San Antonio, so I thought I would go ahead and record this mission, get this one out of the way, finish this game up sooner than later.
Construction of bus and truck stations for airport links. Additionally, it makes very little sense to build new airports while we have no trained personnel. So let's get down to action quickly and start the training. Before taking off, we should find out how it all works.
I was just going to start talking, but he's still talking. This guy's still talking.
That's to say, people who know a thing or two about flying. After all, we want to be known for our first-class quality and not for our mishaps. We have set up a training center at our home airport in Cologne, where our future employees will complete their training sessions over the coming months.
Okay. So first and foremost, this is a no-nonsense guide / walkthrough / strategy session, whatever you want to call it, on how to beat this mission, getting all 5 gold medals during the course of the mission. So first and foremost, we are on the trained personnel part of the mission, and it basically states transport 50 workers, to the Cologne airport. Obviously, we're in the city. I'm probably butchering that city name. I don't speak German, so I have no clue how to pronounce that. Anyways, let's go ahead and get into it real quick. We are going to make a few bus stations. We only have 10 that we can actually make, so we'll make a bus station here. Actually, you know what? I might just do... Well, I'll do that bus station. That's fine. Not a big deal either way. And we'll use smaller bus stations in the rest of the city. We're going to try to keep it mostly in the residential areas, so just keep that in mind. So let's see what we want to do and which route we want to go. From there. From there. And put that there. We got 2 more we can place down if we need to. Let's see where we need to put these. Let's put one right here on the edge. Heading back to the airport, and we'll put one up here as well. There we go. Go ahead and make a road depot real quick so we can buy the needed buses. The Mercedes isn't out quite yet. It will come out here, I think, just a few months actually. We're going to go ahead and use the ASUS. Holds 13 people, relatively inexpensive. Go ahead and buy about 8 of those. You can buy more if you want to or less, but 8's plenty. And we're going to go ahead and set the line. Let's get this out of the way so we can do this. Alright, let's go ahead and set this line up. So we're going to go ahead and run down. And in fact, let's connect this road real fast. And here we go. Over there, up there, back, and we'll stop. Actually, I'll get rid of that one. That's fine. There we go. Go ahead and put it in the 4X. Most of this mission is actually going to be done in 4X. And I don't particularly care for this mission. I'll explain why here in a little bit. I do love watching the planes take off and land, don't get me wrong. I think the mechanics of the mission are a little bit wonky. You can actually beat the mission too early if you do too well, and you won't be able to get all 5 gold medals. So you have to kind of do bad to a certain extent until you make the 50 million. Speaking of that, we got 5 gold medals here that we have to get. First one's going to be High Flyer. Put the first plane in the air before 1955, which is coming up really soon. We'll definitely be able to do that without issue. Money gives you wings, 150 million with your airline. That's the hardest one to get. Even though you make quite a bit of money in the later game. And it's solely hard to get because if you send too many planes out and do too well during this mission, you'll actually end the mission before you can earn the 50 million, if that makes any sense to you. Development aid, deliver the requested goods to East Germany. Pretty easy, it's right here. And it's just going a city over. We'll talk about that here in a little bit. Transport hub, land at least 1,000 passengers in Cologne. That's more than easy. And then heavy traffic, own a fleet of at least 15 airplanes. That's also easy as well. So again, we're just, a waste of time. Gotta put these guys on the line. There we go. Now they're moving. That's actually going to make it a little bit harder to start the airport sooner than later. So we'll still do it by 1955, but I just wasted a few months right there leaving it in 4X. I've never really seen the buses break away like that. Usually they all follow the same pathway, and these guys are like straight up cracking out. I'm not sure what's going on with them. Alright, they're going to the bus stations now, which is good. That was really strange. Usually all the buses go out in one direction. Maybe because I edited the line when I was putting it down for whatever reason. Not quite sure, but as long as we get passengers delivered to the airport, that's all that we care about. Let's go ahead and take this mode off. Alright, so that's a full bus going into the airport, which is good. That means we know we're on the right path, and that's all that matters. So we got the first 13 out of 50 right there. Got about a full year, a little bit longer to order the first airplane. So we'll be doing that here very soon. And if you want to, you can go ahead and upgrade this airport to 3 terminals. Not really needed, but you got plenty of money. There's a Mercedes-Benz 6600 that I was waiting on. I had about 7 people in there, 7 workers. And again, just leave it in 4X. How many people we have coming on that? 13 people, that's good. 33 people. Another full bus line right there. 46, we need one more, and then we'll slow the time back down to start the next part of the mission here in just a second. There we go. Let's go and slow it down.
Very good. Our staff are sufficiently trained. They can get the Iron Bird up into the sky and back down again safely. And the barf bags are ready too. It's time for takeoff. At long last, we can set up the first airline. The construction project for the new airport has been approved.
So basically we have to build a
and now
second
we
airport in
finally have
Hamburg
more
or Stuttgart. We're going to go ahead and build it in
resources available for better
Stuttgart down
connections
here
to the
is the
city.
easiest to start off with. You could go either way. It's not really going to make much of a difference. And we might need the contour lines on this. So realistically, the easiest place to put the airport would be over here, over here. I'm going to put it on the left-hand side. Again, it doesn't really make a whole lot of a difference either way, whichever way you want to do it. This way I know it links up directly to this road, though, which makes it a little easier. There we go. Let's go ahead and just upgrade it for the extra $500,000. Oh, that's $1 million. Excuse me. And then we got to set up the bus line on this one as well. So let's go ahead and set that up. Oh, need passenger. There we go. Make sure to always build a station. You can do a regular station too if you want to, or a bus stop at the airport. That's the most important one. And then we want to hit the residential sections of this, which is very important as well. Okay, so let's see what we want to do here. Let's get a couple down here. Probably place 1 or 2 more if you really wanted to, but I think that's going to be good right there. We'll leave it at that one's there. It should be good. Go ahead and make another road depot real quick so we can buy more buses. We're going to use the Mercedes buses on this side in case you guys are wondering. And again, just buy about 8 to 10, whatever you want to do. Set up the new line. So let's have them come down here first. And what else do we want to do after that? Then down here. And go down here and back up. Oops, let's remove that. And then if we're going to go all the way back to 1, we can stop at New Road again and North Road again. There we go. Go back into 4X, and then we also need to buy a aircraft. We can go ahead and do that. Got the first gold medal of 5. Put the first plane in the air before 1955. You can see we had plenty of months there, even with my slight mess up at the initial start. And so we're going to go ahead and set the line to go between the 2 airports here. Obviously pretty self-explanatory. And we'll put this plane on the same line as well. And let's go into 4X. It's going to take a while for these planes to start making money. And we're going to slowly get more and more planes as time goes on. So the goal is to get 2 million, excuse me, as a profit here. It's going to count everything that you do along the way as far as planes that you buy as a negative. So just keep that in mind. This is going to take quite a while to get to a point where we get up to $2 million, simply because we're going to keep buying and buying planes on this particular route. We can only build 2 airports, so we can't include Hamburg quite yet. That's going to come later on in the mission. I'm going to go ahead and leave it in 4X for a little bit for you guys, so you can see what I can do. We may get to a point in this mission where I'm actually going to skip a little bit of time just to keep the video a little bit shorter than normal. Alright, got planes crisscrossing each other, which is good. So they're basically even on the takeoff and landing. That's what we want. You can see all these buses are following the same direction, which is what should have happened on the other side. Not sure why it didn't happen like that. But the fun part of this mission is being able to watch the planes land. I think it's pretty cool. Land and go through the terminal areas, take back off. I think it's pretty fun to watch over and over again. Especially when you get to the jet planes here in the near future and the Boeings. They have a really, really good sound to them. So we already got passengers lining up, which is good. It's only 1 so far, but we know obviously that it's working. You can see we already got a couple people lined up waiting here. So what I'm going to do is just set up 2 different buses, and what we're going to do is go to kind of the more heavy spots in here. There you go, and then back. It's going to be a much shorter route. Just taking the bulk of the passengers straight to the airport instead of going through the entire route. Makes things a little bit quicker. And we could probably do the same thing on this other side here in a little bit. We'll just buy 2 buses for now. We'll do the Mercedes on this one. And let's do this. There we go. Got 3 people waiting. And again, these guys are going to lose quite a bit of money. You can see the expenses already are fairly high. $277,000, almost $300,000. But once they're completely full of 23 people, they make up just under $1 million per run. And so the profits will go up quite a bit once we get more people here at the stations. all those people are going in. It's kind of weird because they usually, I was playing this last time and it would show the people walking all the way to the terminal and then coming out the back side. Not sure why it's not doing it now. I didn't change the graphical settings by any means, so. But you should see the passengers actually walk out of the terminal to wait for the plane. Not sure why it's not doing it offhand. There you go. Leave it to 4X. You could probably start off with the cheaper plane if you really wanted to. It's not really a big deal either way. I'm going to go ahead and keep using these guys for now on this particular line. 11 people lined up, so we know things are going right. Hopefully the next plane, by the time it hits here, there'll be 23 people waiting is my hope, but we'll see what happens. Let's see how the other airline's doing, or other airport is doing. Ah, so full jet coming down that way, which is good. Don't have enough people waiting quite yet to buy another airplane, but we're getting close, and the airline's almost making money as well. We're only negative 150,000 or so. So by the time they land, we'll definitely be making money on that end. Just make sure that we don't need to add buses to any line. It looks like line 1's good, line 5's okay, line 4 is okay, and line 2 is definitely okay. Here we go. This is going to be a full plane. I think it makes around 970K, somewhere in there. Or 970,000, whatever you want to call it. And it's going to be a full plane going the other way, which is very, very important. It means it's almost time to add 2 more planes. There you go. Can't read it, but I think it was 973 is what it looked like. Go ahead and buy 2 more on each side. We're going to keep that one open and go to the other airport, buy another one.
The money is slipping through our fingers. We'll soon be bankrupt. But if we're prepared to grovel on our hands and knees, our financiers will grant us a bridge loan.
Go ahead and have them take off now. There we go. Now we got 4 airplanes on this route. We'll probably end up adding at least 1 more, if maybe not 2 more. So we'll make sure this guy loads up and gets out of the way before the next plane lands. Pretty important we do that. You can see we're back down to negative 22 million. Alright, so not good. We got a plane about to land with this one taking off. And as long as this one gets off beforehand, this one won't have to divert. So luckily we didn't have to divert. Let's just check on the other side, make sure it's the same way. Yep, we're good. So our timing on the planes right now is very, very good. And hopefully both of them should be pretty close to being full. There we go, this one will be full. Let's look at our lines again. So almost everything is profitable. Line 2 is losing a little bit of money, but it's not a big deal. You could get rid of 1 or 2 buses to save a little bit of money if you wanted to, but my hope is that this passenger count will definitely ramp up moving forward at some point. Go ahead and buy a 5th aircraft real quick. And this one may have to divert. In fact, I may just stop this one. Wait till this guy lands. I'm manually stopping it. That way I'm not messing up the flow of the other four, is my hope. There we go. Good timing. Maybe a slightly overkill initially. You see we're almost filled up on all 5 airplanes right there. This guy should get off in time. There we go. So everything's still running pretty smoothly, which is good. Let's go see how the other airport's doing. Okay, so our planes are slightly overkill right now with 5, but it's not a problem. We look at the interval for the bus line. So line 2 is 78 seconds. Line 1's 89 seconds. Not too bad. You could add a few buses just to bring down the interval if you wanted to. I'm going to do something a little bit different on this side. I'm going to set a new line just to go from a few different stops. Go. Not sure why line 6, okay, about to say line 6 has no one on it. That doesn't sound right. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and leave it at 5 airplanes total. Let me just double check that I actually have 5. Yep, 5 total on line 3. We're going to go ahead and work our way up to $2 million. And so this is the time that I'm going to go ahead and fast forward the video just so you guys don't have to watch this. It's kind of mind-numbing just to sit here this entire time till we get to 2 million. So I'll see you around probably 1962, 63, somewhere in there. Let's go ahead and fast forward right now. Alright guys, so we're almost to the $2 million mark with our 5 airplanes. We're in 1961 in case you're wondering, in the bottom right there. So we should hit that anytime. We're going to unlock another airport, or I think 2 or 3 more airports actually, and move on to the next part of the mission. Again, that's kind of a long and boring wait, so I didn't want you guys to be sitting here forever watching me. Plenty of people lined up on line 3, which is definitely a good thing. And we just gotta wait till we get there. We're almost to 1 million. You can see lots of expenses with the airplanes, but we'll be at 2 million here shortly.
The first line is a complete success. Time to expand. The modern person is finally at home throughout the entire world, or at least throughout the entire country. The board has approved additional airports and bus stations. We should connect and link all the remaining cities. If we want to profit from the economic recovery, we should be everywhere at once. Jet set is what they call it nowadays, and we're making it possible.
Okay, so we're actually going to do 2 things right now. The increase the willingness to travel. You don't want to increase it by 10% because it will actually end the mission, and you won't be able to get the $50 million or the heavy traffic medal for owning a fleet of 15 airplanes. But I am going to go ahead and show you how to at least start making some more money. It's relatively simple. Add another airport down here to keep the traffic off the other airport. There we go. And we're going to go ahead and upgrade it. Do you have to upgrade these? Probably not. But we got plenty of money, so it's not a big deal. Hamburg is down here. Let's go ahead and look at the contour. So there's no contour lines to worry about. We want to put it on the residential side, which will be up here. There we go. And again, we're going to go ahead and use another bus/tram station right here. And we'll put a bunch of bus stops throughout the city in the residential areas. You can actually add in this particular city to go to the airport. We're not going to do that. Again, we don't want to do too good in the mission because you'll actually be able to beat it relatively quickly. So we're just going to do okay, if that makes any sense to you guys. Hopefully it does. So let's go ahead and start this off. There you go, should be plenty right there. Let's go ahead and add another road depot right here so we could buy the buses. Go, we're gonna do the Mercedes again. About 8 should be fine initially. And let's just go around the place as needed. There we go. It's actually a pretty good route right there. And the next step to get another medal is click on this little question mark button. You probably could have done it a little bit sooner than now. Not a big deal. We got to deliver goods from this factory down here to the next station over, and we got to keep the risk low. So very, very easy. In fact, it's almost too easy. Go ahead and set up a truck depot.
Got much of a sense of humor. With every cargo that arrives in the East, the risk of being caught increases. If we deliver at too short intervals.
Or truck station, sorry. I should have said that the right way. And then just set up a bus station. Actually, you don't have to set up a bus station. There's already a truck station over there as well. We're just going to set up 2 Opel Blitz to transport goods from here in Hamburg all the way over here. And your risk will never go above low, and you'll easily deliver 100 goods here shortly. So next step is we're going to go ahead and increase this. We do have the Comets available, or we can use the Lockheed Super Constellation still. I'm going to go ahead and, let's see. I'm going to keep it up with the Lockheeds for now in between these 2 cities. I'm going to buy 1 here, and I'm going to buy 1 at our new airport down here. It doesn't really matter which one you use. We'll use the Comets for the longer distance between Hamburg and Stuttgart, where they're up there. Yeah, Stuttgart is the other city over there. So set up a new line. Go from here up here. And go ahead and put him on line 9 as well. And we'll go back into 4X to see how this starts doing. And so we'll be getting the development aid medal relatively quickly because we're delivering, I don't know, like 20 goods each time. I should have put them on full load only. I'm going to go ahead and do that as well. Line 8 needs to be full load only, and I need to reverse him. And the other guy that's driving away. Where's this guy? There we go. Make sure we're not wasting time by them driving all the way over without a full load. Line 3, as you can see, is doing really, really well. This is the part you don't want to do too good at. You don't want to add any more buses. You don't want to add any more routes. In fact, I would not even add the route between Stuttgart and Hamburg quite yet. It's not worth it. You don't want to end the mission. Your whole goal right now is to make 50 million. So we're just going to sit back right now. That's all you're going to do is sit back, wait till we hit the 50 million, and then we're going to beat the mission shortly after that. So let's go ahead and fast forward it. I'm going to go ahead and fast forward the video for you guys. I'm not going to change anything right now. I don't matter if we doesn't matter if we get to 1970, whatever we get to. We're gonna leave everything as is. If you look at our yearly statement here, we were making about $5 to $6 million before adding those 2 airplanes right there. So hopefully, once everything gets built up, we'll be making, I don't know, about $7 to $8 million per year. So let's go ahead and fast forward it, and I'll see you guys here maybe around 1966 at the latest. Let's go ahead and get into it. Alright guys, so we just got the transport hub land at least 1,000 passengers in Cologne right there. It's almost 1966, so I guessed about correct. We got 43 million. I didn't add any more aircraft. I'll show you right now how much. I have 7 airplanes right now. I'm doing amazing. I don't want to do any more. I don't want to add a route between Hamburg or Stuttgart, or even add more planes to line 9. Otherwise, our increase to willingness to travel will go up too high, and we'll beat the mission. So first and foremost, I want to make sure we hit the 50 million. We're making about 7 to 8 million per year right now. We're on track to hit 50 million here relatively shortly. And we're also on track to get the development aid medal as well. And I'm going to probably do a cheap option for the heavy traffic. I could do it the right way, but just in case, because I'm already doing too good, even with just 7 airplanes, I don't want to end the mission quite yet without losing. So as soon as I hit 50 million, I'm going to buy a bunch of cheap airplanes to hit the 15, unlock that 5th medal, and then I'm going to go ahead and show you guys how to easily beat the increased willingness to travel. And hopefully I don't unlock it before I do the other 2 medals, because I'm already doing too good. I'm like, hurry up. My Stuttgart's at 9%. I don't want it to go to 10%. I want it to get worse. Almost at 50 million. Wait for that medal to pop real quick, and then we'll slow things down just a little bit. Alright. Cologne just dropped, which is good. And we'll slow down time as soon as I hit the 50 million as well, so you guys can see what I do. I'm also going to give you some tips just in case you have any problems with the willingness to travel. There you go, development aid. We got the 100 goods delivered right there. And we also got the earn 50 million with your airline at the same time. So 2 trucks is all you need. I'm going to put it in pause to get the goods delivered for the development aid. And you can see I just hit 50 million with 7 planes. It's ridiculous. I mean, there's no time limit on this mission whatsoever. It's almost too easy. So the last thing we need is heavy traffic, own 15 airplanes, and we just got to close out the mission. Like I said, I'm going to buy 15 really cheap airplanes. That's what's going to happen. So 1, 2, or however many I need. I guess 8, 5, 6, 7, 8. Well, how many is that? 2, 4, 6, 7. There we go. So that's all 5 gold medals in one mission right there. I would hang on while I show you guys a couple other things real quick, because a lot of people have problems beating the mission even after getting all 5 gold medals, and I'll show you a couple quick tips on how to do it. First and foremost, let's add some aircraft to line 9. Just gonna put it on line. I don't care if it's on top of each other. I'm not gonna worry about timing it right now. I'm gonna add this guy to line 9 as well. Alright, so first and foremost, if you haven't set up a separate bus route to this city, to the airport, go ahead and do so now. That's first and foremost to get the increased willingness to travel. So let's go ahead and put some bus stops in here. It also helps to look at where the residential sections are at as well. Put this one right there, and we'll leave one right here, leaving the city. I'm just going to go through the other stations over here. So let's put maybe 4 to 5 buses on there. I think should be good. We'll use the Mercedes on this one. And set line, new line. It's going to go over here. So 1, 2, 3, 4. And then it's going to stop over here as well at 1 or 2 of these stations. And then we'll stop here on the way out. There we go. Let's go ahead and fast forward it right now. We added 2 more airplanes to that route. Now what we really want to do is add a long distance from Stuttgart to Hamburg. And you could build that 5th airport here if you wanted to. That would make things real easy. I don't really want to go through the hassle of having to do that. I'm just going to do it out of this airport, which is already somewhat busy, unfortunately, which is kind of the bad part about this. But set the new line from Stuttgart all the way out to Hamburg as a separate line. And I'll do the same thing here using the Comet 4B. If you get later on in the mission, you do have the option to use the Boeing as well. There we go. And it's going to take a while for this route to make any profit whatsoever. Huge tip. If you have any problem with the increased willingness to travel, set up bus routes between the cities. Literally, go from Hamburg to Cologne, whatever you want to call it, to Stuttgart, and back again. And you'll easily increase this like it's no one's business. I'm just going to add a few more planes to each route, and I think we'll easily have this metal pop. So I'm going to go ahead and set this one to line 9. I think that puts 5 on that route. Let me see. Line 9. Yep, we got 5 on line 9, so that's plenty. I don't want to upgrade that one anymore. What you could do is add a few more buses to a route that is needed. So line 10 obviously needs a few buses on there. So when we just set up, it's waiting for people to get picked up. Add a few more buses over here where needed. So line 5 and line 1. There you go. That's all you had to do. Add that 4th city as a bus stop.
And thanks to our excellent economic situation,
mission's way too easy. Somewhat boring. I mean, I love the aspect that it includes the airplanes. You guys get to watch the airplanes take off and land. I mean, I kind of geek out on that. Is the only thing I can say. But if you have problems having the mission pop or unlock at the very end to get all the gold medals, add the bus routes between the cities and it will do it almost instantly. You can also actually transport goods from Hamburg up to Cologne or to Stuttgart as well, which will help that willingness to travel go up in the percentage. So that's how you get all 5 gold medals in this mission. Again, I appreciate everybody for watching out there. If you watched to this part, hit cheers in the comments section below. Please follow me at youtube.com/MiddleAgedGamer. You can hit the subscribe button. Also, please follow me at twitch.tv/MiddleAgedGamer where I live stream quite a bit. Anyways, I'll see you guys next time. Cheers.